Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I started this YouTube channel because I would like to see people do more home cooking. I truly believe that home cooking is essential for a healthy lifestyle. I also find that through home cooking, I have better control of my calorie uptake. And more importantly, I know exactly what I put into my body. I also find that through home cooking, I can season my food exactly how I like it. I choose stir frying as the main cooking technique because there are no method better than stir frying to season your food in flexible and diverse ways. In previous video, I had discussed oyster sauce, how you use it, and I also described the application of hoisin sauce. I use both of these sauce in combination in season my dishes. Both oyster sauce and hoisin sauce are very popular in Cantonese cooking. I find that the reason is because they are both developed in Guangdong province, which is the southern province in China. I enjoy Cantonese cooking more than any other cooking method in China. There are quite a few obviously scattered throughout different parts of China. However, I enjoy Cantonese food because of its freshness and its light in seasoning. I like the idea that I can taste the natural flavor of the food ingredients in the dish as much as possible. Therefore, I prefer dishes that are lightly seasoned. When I eat Cantonese food, I can taste the food ingredients very well as compared to if I eat, say, Sichuan food. Sometimes the spiciness is so strong it overwhelms the natural flavor of the dish. And oyster sauce and hoisin sauce play an important role in elicit the natural flavor of Cantonese dishes. In fact, oyster sauce and hoisin sauce usually used together in many Cantonese dishes. And as you can see here, you can actually purchase oyster sauce and hoisin sauce together as a package. For those who are beginners in stir frying, I think you will find oyster sauce and hoisin sauce work together very well. It basically gives you a shortcut to season a dish with Cantonese flavor without trying to figure out all the specifics. Oyster sauce is so popular, you actually can buy them in a 5-pound can. This shows you that some people use oyster sauce a great deal. Similarly, it's true with hoisin sauce. I also purchase them in 5-pound cans. And the main reason is they are more economical. And after I open up the can, I usually transfer the content of the can in a storage bottle. And I kept this storage bottle in the refrigerator. I will make sure that they do not get moldy because once you open them, they sometimes can get moldy. And when I store them in refrigerator like this, they will last about a year. I use oyster sauce and hoisin sauce so much. I find that it's much easier if I store the sauce that I normally use for cooking in a squeeze bottle. That makes it much easier for dispensing. I do the same way with hoisin sauce. In fact, I have 5 or 6 different sauces that I store them in squeeze bottles, particularly those that I use often. There are many ways for you to season your dishes. Of course, you can use dry seasoning agents such as herbs and spices. However, I use sauces mainly in stir fry because stir fry takes place so quickly. The sauce will provide how you can flavor your dish in a very easy and convenient way. And I find that allow me to cook very quickly and achieve the desired result, particularly when I am in a hurry. And this is the reason when you visit a Chinese supermarket, you will find that they have many different kinds of sauces. I only understand that through the fact that with stir frying, I can add sauces to a dish. particularly during the end of the cooking process, and I can season the dish very quickly. I can get the exact result I want by varying the amount of sauces that I add. I discovered the main reason that why oyster sauce and hoisin sauce are so popular in stir frying are because of their flexibility. They both are very mild. They do not overwhelm the dish. So in many ways, this will allow you to taste the natural flavor of the food ingredients in the dish. When I cook a dish, I can tell immediate difference when I add hoisin sauce because it will make the dish more savory. And this savoriness, I consider that is an expression of the umami flavor. In fact, any stir-fry dishes that you cook by adding oyster sauce will improve the umami flavor, and I find that to be true with chicken, with fish, with shrimp, and many different types of vegetables. I also find that by adding the oyster sauce, I can enhance the umami flavor of a stir-fry egg dish as well. I also find that hoisin sauce has the similar effect on a dish, but the main difference between oyster sauce and a hoisin sauce I discover is that oyster sauce is more salty in flavor, whereas hoisin sauce I find that to be slightly sweet. I discovered the reason that oyster sauce is so popular is because oyster sauce is probably one of the most versatile sauce that you can use in stir fry. Not only it will enhance the umami flavor of the dish, oyster sauce I discover also contain cornstarch, so it will thicken the sauce as well. I have learned that if I use oyster sauce, I don't need to use any other thickening agent such as cornstarch. I find that it is also true with hoisin sauce. It is also used as a thickening agent because it contains cornstarch. Both of these sauces basically is multifunctional. They not only provide flavor to the dish, but they also use as a thickening agent that will thicken any excess fluid that associate with the dish and create a gravy-like sauce. A sauce is very important in stir frying. I recognize that sauce, when they coat the ingredients, it gives the ingredients more flavor and make them more interesting. I have learned that oyster sauce and hoisin sauce use equally well for meat dishes as well as vegetable dishes. Quite often, I discover all I need to do is to change the ratio between oyster sauce and hoisin sauce to create the desired effect. When I cook with oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, I always experiment with the amount that I add to the dish. I experiment with different amount of oyster sauce for different type of dishes. Meat dishes might require a slightly different amount when it comes to chicken versus shrimp. Similar is true that such differences I have learned also exist with vegetables. The important thing that I recognized for me is to keep experimenting, keep trying different approach using different amount of oyster sauce, as well as in combination of hoisin sauce. In most of the dishes, I discovered that oyster sauce can pretty much stand alone, but hoisin sauce is less so. And hoisin sauce you can consider to be a supplementary sauce to oyster sauce. When I discuss this with other people, I realize that very much it is a personal preference. I find that some people prefer the opposite. They like hoisin sauce better than oyster sauce. And I call this flavor chasing because each one of us have a different preference to the type of flavor that we love and enjoy. I have learned from one of my friends who is a great chef. He told me that flavor is everything because he said that we love flavor first before we love food. I find that over the years in my home cooking, how important flavor is. So when I develop my fast cooking system, I have 4 attributes, that is flavor chasing, advanced wrapping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And I would like to continue to make the emphasis is that I believe a flavor is the most important part of home cooking, and flavor chasing is the goal of the fast cooking system. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. Use my fast cooking system that will make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.